"51 days in the hospital, and these guys here have been so good to me, and kind of surreal, it really is. But I will be able to take a real shower. I've been looking forward to that. Today's Taco Tuesday, so I'll get some guacamole and tacos and no alcohol. Tell Dr. Joseph that. But what a great day, it really is. I'm excited.
And to be here, you said it's 51 days.
51 days.
So you look like you were standing or up. I mean, how are you feeling? You look like you're walking
I
around.
feel great, and that's because of these guys. The first day I got in here, I could stand, what, Claire, for 10 seconds maybe? Maybe 10 seconds because of being in that state that I was in for 20 days. But I can stand, I can walk. They don't think so, but I can dance a little bit. I can run, but they won't let me do that here. But the efforts by these guys just makes me cry. You know, it's just their dedication to their jobs and professionalism and kindness and kind of meeting me where I was, which was not very good when I got here. But I'm excited about getting out.
You know, when I last talked to you, you said you wanted to thank one of the doctors. Did you get to meet him?
I did get to meet him. And everybody I've talked to here continues to tell me what a great guy he is. When I finally met him, you know, I thought I'd cry like a baby. I did a little bit, but like the greats, and he's great, he was so humble. You know, he gave the credit to everybody else, but you know, the research on somebody being down 20 days is not good, and he wouldn't give up, and those nurses didn't give up. So the prayers, obviously, I always put at the top of the list, but the skilled professionals here saved my life.
Sir, you're an educator, a lifelong educator. To have experienced this, considering how serious it is, what would your lesson plan be as far as explaining what this experience has been? What should we know? What should we learn?
Well, without getting into a long diatribe, I mean, I didn't even know I was going in. You know, if you have a rotator cuff surgery, you know why you're there. I showed up, and at some point they wheeled me away, and I don't remember a thing. So you wake up 20 days later, and you hear the stories that people tell you. So I know there's a lot of politics out there right now, but people they got to take this seriously. They have friends who had symptoms, and it never turned into my deal, so they say it's okay. But after you've been through what I've been through, you just got to be so careful. Now, again, I don't want to get into politics, but this thing's not over. And again, for me, the education is, I know what the statistics are for somebody who was under for 20 days, and it's not good. And I look at the number of deaths in the United States right now, close to 70,000, I guess. So I think probably not here, but I'll get a chance to tell people my story over the next couple of months, and I'll be putting that together. But again, these guys, part of my education is how great these guys are. The TIRR program, the entire Memorial Hermann system. I wouldn't have been standing. How long did I stand?
That's a good amount of time.
10 minutes.
I wouldn't have been able to stand that hour and a half out here without them. So, anyway.
Not so subliminal message of T-shirt freedom. Explain us, walk us through how you feel to have the T-shirt on decision to wear it, and the message it sends to your students who are out here.
Yeah, that was kind of overwhelming too. The support from the people in the school district and the school that I serve at, that was pretty emotional. You know, I'm a bad comedian, but I keep trying. So I'm going to take a shower. I've got freedom to take a real shower. Not one of those handheld things where this is hot, everything else is cold. And now nobody's going to get to see that, but I'm going to take it. And I'm excited about that. And the somebody was telling me the other day, I missed like a sixth of the year, almost. Incredible. And especially when I didn't even know about those 20 days. You know, my old college basketball teammates don't give me, when I say I've been in here 43 days, they say, you can't take credit for those first 20. You didn't even know you were in here. So, our kids at that school, like kids across the country, what did they lose this year? We have our first senior class. They lost their prom. They're going to lose a lot of things, but what I have seen across America, and especially in our community, is flexibility and creativity. New things have come out of this that are actually phenomenal. We would have never done those things without this situation that we're facing right now.
Tell me, you had a lion in the room with you. You slept in a little stuffed lion.
I did have a stuffed lion in my room. I did. For a little bit. It was part of a TikTok. So somebody threw me that line from outside the door. I almost dropped it, but I caught it by the tail, I think, and put it above my head. But it was fun. I'd never been a part of one of those, and it was good.
All of the surprise. Describe the emotion coming out of the door. You see all of these people cheering you on.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's big old. Used to be a big guy. I'll eat a couple more pizzas and get it back. But the community from the get-go, even when I was out and under, just their support and prayers and concerns and thoughts and rallying around me, it's huge. I didn't expect this today. I'm sure Linda had something to do with it. We've been fighting since we got here, so I'm sure she had something to do with it. But I'm very humbled by that for sure.
And you still have, are you still doing rehab? Continuing? I mean, are you going home? But you'll still be
Yes, ma'am. They're going to have to see me a little bit more, and I don't know exactly when it starts, Marla, but in the next week or so, I'll come back 2 or 3 days a week, and an acceleration of what they've done.
So
We can't see it, but could you describe the smile you have when you do
Well, if I take this mask off, there's police officers over here. I see Big Dan over there, but it's a big smile. It really is. That's a good question,
I'll take
especially
it
with
down.
that shirt you have on
Phil,
today.
Phil, take it down real quick and give a smile.
So what's the first thing you're gonna do? It sounds like you're gonna take a shower, but
Well, I took my last handheld shower this morning just so I could remember it. And but I've been out here for a while, so maybe I do need another one. So that might be the first thing. I've got 3,032 stars at Starbucks. I hadn't used one in 52 days, so I might go by there.
Finally, sir, I know we've had you out here for a while for the thousands, tens of thousands in our community who are still struggling with this tonight. What do you tell them as they continue to fight?
Well, I think what fortunately happened to me, there's so many who are going to hear this and they've got a sadder story. But a person can make it. I know early on they said unless you're really, really, really sick, don't go to the ER. I don't believe that. If you start feeling symptoms that are attached to COVID, my deal is go. They tell me that I had a little pneumonia in one lung, and how fast both lungs filled up. This stuff is very dangerous. So that's one statement I would have. Get to the ER if you're not tasting food right, if your smell's bad, if your temperature's up a little bit. That's enough. Go.
Anything else you want to say?
I love everybody. Thank y'all so much for your support and prayers and concerns and taking care of my daughter in that interview. But in this place, I could say it over and over. I wouldn't be here right now without their support and help and skill, and they just wouldn't give up. So they're real happy that this is almost over. If I show up tomorrow, they got a big picture of me back there. Do not let this guy come in. So they're ready for me to go. I'll come to your office, Dan.
Jump in.
Okay, thank y'all.
Thank you.